Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's session, we will learn English by listening to a story. So just relax, listen carefully.
Today started like any other day, but it changed everything. I was sitting at my favorite coffee shop, the one with the chipped mugs and the smell of roasted beans, when my best friend Lila looked at me over her latte and said something I didn't expect. "Sam, I'm leaving the city." Her words hit me like a cold wind. I froze, my spoon halfway to my mouth, coffee dripping onto the table. "What do you mean, leaving?" I asked, my voice smaller than I meant it to be. Lila looked down, tracing the rim of her cup. "I got the job, the one in London. It's my dream, Sam. I can't say no." I wanted to be happy for her. Lila had spent years working late nights, building her portfolio, chasing her dream of being a fashion designer. But all I could think was, she's leaving me. My best friend is leaving me. I forced a smile. "That's amazing, Lila. I'm so proud of you." But my heart wasn't in it. She must have seen it in my eyes, because she reached across the table and grabbed my hand. "Sam, you could come with me. London's big. There's room for your dreams too." Her words felt like a challenge. My dreams? What were my dreams? I'd been working as a graphic designer at a small agency, churning out logos and social media posts. It paid the bills, but it wasn't me. I'd always wanted to start my own studio, create art that meant something, maybe even show my work in a gallery one day. But moving to London? Leaving my life here? My apartment? My routine? The city I'd known forever? It felt impossible. I said, "Lila, I can't just pick up and go. My job, my family, they're here." She looked at me, her eyes sharp but kind. "Sam, your job is killing you. You're not happy. And your family? They'll still love you from across an ocean." Her words stung because they were true. I wasn't happy. I hadn't been for a long time. But leaving felt like giving up who I was. Lila leaned forward. "You have to choose, Sam. Stay here and keep playing it safe, or take a chance on something bigger. On yourself." Choose? The word echoed in my head. Choose between my safe, predictable life and a leap into the unknown? I didn't know how to answer. I just sat there, staring at the coffee stains on the table, feeling like the world was slipping out from under me. Lila left for an appointment, and I stayed in the coffee shop, my thoughts spinning. What if I stayed and nothing changed? What if I kept designing flyers for car washes and feeling like a piece of me was fading every day? But what if I went with Lila and failed? What if I couldn't make it in London? What if I lost myself trying to chase a dream I wasn't even sure I believed in? That evening, I called my brother, Max. He's always been my anchor, the one who tells it like it is. "Sam, you okay?" he asked. I wanted to say yes, but the truth spilled out instead. "Lila's leaving for London. She wants me to go with her. But I'm scared, Max. What if I can't do it? What if I lose everything?" There was a long pause. Then Max said, "What if you stay and lose yourself instead?" His words hit hard. I thought about my life, my cubicle, the endless emails, the feeling that I was meant for something more, but too afraid to reach for it. I thought about Lila, chasing her dream with every ounce of her being. And I thought about myself, standing still, letting fear call the shots. The next morning, I called Lila. "Can we talk?" I asked. She met me at the coffee shop again. Her eyes were bright, hopeful, but there was a shadow of worry too. "Have you decided?" she asked. I took a deep breath. "I'm scared, Lila. I don't know if I can do this. But I know I can't stay here, doing the same thing, feeling like I'm disappearing." She smiled, but there was something serious in her gaze. "Sam, this isn't just about London. It's about you. Are you going to keep hiding, or are you going to try?" I felt trapped. If I stayed, I'd regret it. If I went, I might fail. And then a worse thought crept in. What if I lost Lila either way? What if I stayed and our friendship faded with the distance? What if I went and couldn't keep up with her? That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept imagining two versions of myself. One stuck in the same routine, growing bitter, and another in London, maybe struggling, but trying, growing, living. I wanted to be that second version, but fear kept pulling me back. What if I wasn't good enough? What if I lost everything trying to be someone I wasn't? The next day, I made a decision. I invited Lila and Max to my apartment for dinner. I needed them both there, the two people who knew me best. The table was quiet, too quiet. I cleared my throat and said, I need to figure this out with you both. I don't want to lose either of you, but I also don't want to lose myself. Lila looked at me, her eyes soft. Sam, you won't lose me. Whether you stay or go, I'm your friend, but I want you to choose what makes you feel alive. Max nodded. You're stronger than you think, Sam. You've just forgotten it. I felt a lump in my throat. What if I fail? I whispered. Lila reached for my hand. Then you fail, but at least you'll know you tried. Staying here, playing it safe, that's the real failure. Max added, and we'll be here no matter what. Their words felt like a lifeline. I realized I wasn't just choosing between staying or going. I was choosing between fear and courage, between a life I knew and a life I could build. I looked at Lila. If I go to London, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. She grinned. That's the spirit. That night, I started researching apartments in London. My hands shook as I typed, but my heart felt lighter. I wasn't saying yes to Lila's dream. I was saying yes to mine. The next morning, I told my boss I was leaving. He looked surprised, then said, Sam, you've got talent. Don't waste it. His words stayed with me, a reminder that maybe I wasn't as invisible as I thought. Weeks later, I stood at the airport with Lila, my bags packed, my heart racing. Max was there to see us off. He hugged me tight and said, Go be you, Sam. As the plane took off, I looked out the window, the city shrinking below me. I felt scared, but I also felt free. For the first time, I wasn't running from something. I was running toward it. In London, things weren't easy. The city was loud. The rent was high, and my first freelance gig fell through. But I kept going. I found a tiny studio space, started sketching again, and even submitted my work to a local gallery. Lila was there, cheering me on, but I was doing it for myself. One evening, as we sat in a cramped pub, Lila raised her glass. Lila raised her glass. To chasing dreams, she said. I clinked my glass against hers. To finding ourselves, I replied. I realized something important that day. Dreams aren't just about success. They're about trying, about choosing yourself, even when it's hard. I could have stayed in my safe life, but I would have lost something bigger.
Thank you for watching. So friends, listening to stories is a great way to learn English. Did you enjoy this story? Write your answer in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more English stories. See you in the next video.